Pets or familiars just came to the game, and I'm sure everyone is asking, what is the fastest or most efficient way of leveling them up? Well, I did a ton of testing while I was live streaming the other day, and yeah, it's a pretty obvious answer to me, but not a lot of people know this, so I want to go ahead and make this video so everyone knows the fastest way of leveling up your familiars, so you can then get them to max level and then meld them or convert them, whatever you need to do to help progress your character, your toon, your pets, into getting even stronger. Let's get straight to it. The main thing to understand is what we're looking for. The only way of leveling up your pets is with these spirit essences. So if you go to get more, the only two ways of getting them are through your Codex daily rewards or a chance of dropping them from elite monsters in the world. Now, obviously the easiest thing is to do on a daily basis is to complete your second and third chest, because both of those net you 15 of these spirit essences. So that's 30 total every single day. If you don't get anything for the first one, I'm sorry in advance. But it says everything else is going to be tied to just randomly finding it in the world, or just anytime you beat an elite monster. Well, there's three different ways you can actually beat an elite monster. The first, which is the most obvious, the overworld farming. There's a chance for elite mobs to spawn, and then you kill them and you have a chance then to get the essence. Then there's also Elder Rifts, where there's obviously a ton of rare items, rare monsters that drop rare items. And then last but not least, it is the Accursed Towers, which is a game mode that has been in the game for a while now, but also is known for having a lot of rare items. Like I said, we did a ton of extensive testing in our live stream to really figure out if you have the most consistent data available, what is the most efficient way of gaining levels? The answer might surprise you. Let's go ahead and look at it. So here we are. We did 15 minutes of all three, and I mean a stern 15 minutes, like grinding nonstop, no breaks, barely took a sip of water. I wanted to make sure that the data was as accurate as possible. And you can obviously multiply this by 4 to get the hourly threshold if you want. But in Overworld, I got 4 spirits for 15 minutes of Overworld farming. This was mostly done with 2 people in a relatively large space. In case you're curious on where I was farming, I was in the realm of Damnation, in the Plains of Torment. So it is a bigger area, and I did get reports of people having better luck in Bilefin at the ship or any smaller area. So that is one thing. And then I would also like to bring attention to the fact that while I got 4 for 15 minutes, Jenna, who farmed with me for like the last basically 5 minutes, no more than 5 minutes, got 3. So it is random. But the biggest thing here is that there aren't a ton of rare mobs unless you're farming with a team of 4. Again, if there's a full team of 4 and you're in a small area, you can easily get way more spirits than this. But it does lead the question, if you are in a situation like me where you only have one other person or no one, what is the fastest way of gaining these spirits? And that's where the answer was, again, pretty interesting. I thought for sure Rifts would give us the most bang for our buck, because we were able to run the rare crest, the legendary crest, and then every time you run 6 of them, you get the additional battle pass points. So I was like, wow, like this is just a trifecta of awesomeness. But unfortunately, no. I still, after 15 minutes of just spamming the Rifts, I only got 4 spirits. But lo and behold, when I ran the Accursed Tower for 15 minutes straight, I had 12 spirits. Now, the other really cool thing about these is that if you go to your clan, you go to the Accursed Towers, a couple different bonuses here. I did run the legendary one because I wanted to see what it did. So I don't think that would change anything, but in case you think it does, I was running this tower, which was a legendary tower. It shouldn't change anything, but in case you disagree, whatever, there's the answer. But the cool thing is you do get these extra bonuses, the contribution chests, from running them. And because I ran it for 15 minutes, I did fully max it out, which was pretty awesome. Now, the only other thing to mention is that you don't have to leave and actually turn in your points like I did. You can actually stay in there and just keep collecting the towers to keep the timer going. That would be a more efficient way of getting more essences. But again, I sort of wanted to max out my tower. But if I were to finish this tower and go back in, that is 110% the route that I would take. Now, I've already covered in a different video the fastest way of getting this maxed out in less than 5 minutes. So in theory, you could do that and then switch to the method of just keeping the tower open and collecting the timer extension of those little tower things on the ground, to then extend how long you can stay in there and just keep killing the elites, because there's so many elites. So by a long shot, the Accursed Towers is the best way of leveling up your pets in order of getting the spirit essences. Let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. And again, I put a lot of emphasis. You can obtain more than what I did. This was just my sample size, and I had a lot of people in my chat that said that they were getting way more when they had a full party group and in a smaller overworld location. So, but if you're by yourself, Accursed Towers is the way to go. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Until next time, lock it in.